Hi, I'm David Edmonds of the BBC World Service, and this is The Big Idea. I found the most fascinating ideas around and the people who thought them up, and I'm going to do my best to explain them. Today's big idea: why we need an afterlife. The usual use of the word afterlife is life beyond biological death. But by afterlife, Sam Scheffler, a professor of philosophy at New York University, means something else, something far less contentious. By afterlife, he means the fact that other people will continue to exist after we die.
That's completely uncontroversial. Almost everybody takes that for granted. And it's the existence of other people after one's own death that I speak of as the collective afterlife, and that's what I'm interested in.
Why is the fact that I won't be the last person to die of philosophical or psychological interest? Well, think of the science fiction novel Children of Men by the British writer P.D. James. It was turned into a movie.
I can't really remember when I last had any hope. And I certainly can't remember when anyone else did either. Because really, since women stopped being able to have babies, what's left to hope for?
In the book and the film, we discover that for some reason, the human race has become infertile.
And so humanity is gradually dying out. There's been no asteroid colliding with the Earth. There's been no apocalyptic explosion, nothing like that. It's just people are aging in the usual way and dying out, and no one is replacing them.
And so here's Professor Scheffler's question. How would you feel if you knew that the human race was gradually fading away?
I use the experiment just first of all to elicit the idea that most of us would regard this as a kind of catastrophe. The fact that no new people were going to come into existence would color everything. It would change everything. We would be grief-stricken, we'd be sad, we'd be depressed, and so on.
If I was a scientist and I was trying to find a cure for cancer or for AIDS, I probably wouldn't bother anymore. It would be difficult to motivate me to go into the lab.
Right. Certainly with any kind of project or activity that gets part of its point from the prospect that it will eventually produce beneficial results for large numbers of people in the further future, any project like that is going to come to seem pointless. Why would you go into the lab to cure cancer when there are going to be no people? It's not just science. Imagine people who are doing research on improving early childhood education, but there aren't going to be any children. Or imagine people are interested in strengthening bridges to improve their seismic safety during earthquakes. Well, payoff of that is much diminished and people are likely to lose interest.